welcome to it. You know the drill by now. This is Breaking It Down with myself, Kanan Star, the only star you will come across in this century, man. I'm super stoked. We are, when I say we, I'm talking about the Springboks, baby. We are going to the finals, man. What a feeling. I was having the time of my life this past weekend, man. It was such a great experience. Well, not really a great experience because my chest was hurting. I thought I had asthma. Man, I was in a lot of pain because of the Springboks. But congratulations to the boys actually. Congratulations. See you guys at the finals. All the New Zealand fans, I feel so sorry for you. It's not about the Springboks, it's not about me. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome a very special man. I want to welcome a man that has set big footsteps within the entertainment industry. I'm sitting with the Honorable. I'm going to call him a doctor, as he is one. I'm going to call him a legend. I'm going to call him someone that you need to speak to if you want to start a career in the entertainment business. I'm going to call him someone who's a magic man within the music industry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Martin Faywers. Doc, what's up?
I'm good.
Are you good? How was my introduction? You're speechless even.
Well, you know, we are just ordinary people trying to do something which is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You know, you and I are always having the silliest conversations. And now you're quiet because you're on camera. I want you to speak to me. Doc. And I know you're not shy, so please don't pretend.
Yeah, no. You know, thank you very much for the invitation. It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
You know, you youngsters are also doing great in the industry.
Yeah.
I see you frequently at performances.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can see that you are doing well.
I'm trying.
You are trending. you can hear my voice is also a little bit hoarse
because
I was also screaming for the box. Yeah, the box hit us on the tips of
our toes.
Of our toes, man.
My goodness.
It was a little bit shaky.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad that the guys are through to the finals.
Yeah.
And I can just pray and hope that they will make it. They are a good team. They are a good team.
Yeah.
And the guys are making us proud.
Look, for me, rugby, I take it with the heart. As you know, I'm a former player and I own a team as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever played rugby in your life?
Yes.
Really?
No, I played until a university stage.
Wow.
But I broke my this right knee a couple of times. So it was important for me not to play anymore.
Wow.
Otherwise, it would have been dramatic.
You look like you were a hooker.
In any fact, I was a number 12. I was a full back, man.
What?
I was fast and I was always chubby,
Yeah.
So, but I was fast. So that kept me, always in the team. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow, who would have thought you played rugby?
Yeah, I played good rugby.
Oh.
You know what? Talented people explore in every avenue that they can.
Yeah.
A talented man like you,
Yeah.
that has played rugby yourself, but actually you are an entertainer on another level.
By heart. First and foremost, that's just me.
So we explore every avenue that we can.
Doctor, I think we need to start from the beginning. We need to take it back. Where did it all begin for you?
My father was a great musician. He was a great guitarist. He played with Miriam Makeba and a few other great musicians.
Yeah.
So he was a guitarist. But we've got firm roots in the church. So for him, it was nearly at that time like in a sin to play secular music.
Oh.
So my grandparents recalled him only to play in church. Then when I was born, 2-3 years ago, you know, one of the people that I grew up with Etwell called me and said, "Do you still remember when you were 5 years old, you composed a song and we were in your father's bedroom with a piano accordion and one had to drag this side and that side and you played some chords and then you composed a song." I still remember that song. That song goes like, nah,
Wow.
I was like, okay, that was 5 years old. When I was 7, we moved to Bloemfontein. Then my father was working at the marketplace. Then they put the curses.
Yeah.
Then my father put me on that as a stage. And then they put a head there. And then I sing. And when the farmers come in to come and offload the vegetables and the fruits, then they come and they always knew that I will be there.
Yeah.
Then they come and then throw money in the head. And at that time, I laugh at it because it seemed to me like this white lady, her name was Bessie,
Yeah.
and she was my manager at that time. Because then she used to take the money, go to, I don't know whether you know the store, Prepare.
Pepe. Is it?
Pep.
Oh. I like how you call it. Sounds so classy.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like sounds like it's in France.
It's a boutique. Prepare.
Yeah.
And then she went to buy me clothes and stuff. But then there was also Edgar's. Then when it's December time, when you have to have some of your your Christmas clothes
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Then she would take me and then she would spoil me
Wow.
with my Christmas clothes. So I have been a paid artist since 7.
Wow. So you've
So
had a
then-
rider. You've always had a rider.
I always
The hospitality rider.
I always had money. That was the other thing. I always had money.
Wow. So fast forward, you compose a song, Wake Up Northern Cape.
Yes.
Tell me what inspired that song, because that song was big in the 90s, right?
Yes. No. I received the award for that song, the most played song on radio.
Wow.
Yeah, 1997. At that time, people just came out of, I nearly said out of the closet.
Hey,
with-
don't, hey, not closet. We don't mention closets. Not out of the closet.
Then HIV became such a huge epidemic,
Oh, okay.
Then I had that urge to protect our youngsters in the Northern Cape.
Yeah.
It is there where Puleng Marsh had a first recording, because at that time Puleng was one of the artists that I groomed. So then I took her and a few other people to sing with me in the song, like a brick wall.
Yeah.
It was a great success, and we had good tours with it to ensure that youngsters understand safety
Yeah.
when it comes to their love lives. So yes, that was a great time. It was just before me and Victor, Dr. Victor,
Yeah.
we did some of the radio ads for Radio Timanen.
Yeah.
And then he's got his hand in that because he mixed and mastered the song.
Wow. A legend.
Yeah, no, that's a great man. That
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So that's when you kicked off, and would you say you blew up around that time, or for you feel like you blew up even before the song?
No, before the song, listen, I was part of this venture, a family venture called Faywers. It's me and my brothers and my sisters and my wife. We had this band called Faywers. Now Faywers was huge.
Look, we're gonna get to that. I wanna ask that question separately, because I think it deserves its own light.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So just answer that one. Do you believe that you were big before you released Wake Up Northern Cape, or that that song kind of made you?
Before that, 1989, the first time when I was on television, I don't
You
know.
were on television in 1989.
I don't
goodness.
think that you were born at that time.
No, I was born already, but I was not thinking of anything. Trust me, I was at a stage where I was not thinking of anything.
1989, I was part of a music production where they focused on individuals, and I brought out this song "Wedding Day," but it's a song that I wrote for a friend of mine, Kyron Beekers,
Yeah.
because he was about to get married.
Oh.
So I wrote the song "Wedding Day," and that song became really remarkably big, because then people started to use that song as a wedding
Yeah.
song. But what happened is then they would contract me
Wow.
if it was your wedding.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, right, don't you want to just take that name out and put our name in there?
Oh, nice.
Then I said, no, let me compose your own wedding song. Then there is where people started to
Wow.
recognize my writing
Yeah.
skills. And it was I made a little bit of money by the side just with writing.
Wow.
And putting some special attention
Yeah.
to special situations. I even at that time, when cell phones just became
A thing.
a thing, then there was a thing that you can record on your cell phone,
Yes.
and you could load audio from an external device. Then I would personalize your ringtone.
Wow. Yes, I know what you mean. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Yes.
So, for instance, hey, I'm K9, K9, K9 on the dial, K9. Then the guys would, I was laughing at that time because at that time I was at school. Then with the guys that I personalized the cell phone ringtones, then they would let it ring so that everybody would hear. It's K9.
And it's more business for you. It's more business for you.
I was always business minded.
Yeah.
In the arts.
Wow.
Yeah, always.
What are the chances of you doing like a young ringtone thing for me?
No, I can do that.
Okay, you still do it. We'll talk about that.
I can,
Yeah.
I can do that, but now I am, as technology has escalated, I can even bring visuals on your phone.
Wow.
I can speak to I don't know whether you know this filmmaker, Clinton Clark, Mr. Clinton.
Oh yes.
So I can bring him in. I do the audios. He bring the visuals in. So if your phone ring, especially if you've got a smartphone
Or phone like the filmmaker Clinton Clark.
like phone. Then if your phone ring, then that video comes up with your face.
Wow. You're on another level.
We are dealing with the issues.
Before we get into my favorite, right? Because I really want to know more about Faywers 5, right?
Okay.
But you've always been a slick doctor, right? You've always rumor has it like you dated one star. I'm not gonna mention her name. She's in the gospel industry, but she's a big star. But you guys had a fling. Hey, doctor, you slick, eh? You are slick. I see you.
No, that was the type of shell route to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shell route to
Yeah.
fame thing.
So you met this girl like backstage, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, there
Come
was
here.
a backstage issue. But it went on for a little while.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long were you guys together?
But she's not even married. She's not married until today.
Do you have any plans of?
No,
Oh.
I'm happily married.
Oh, I was just thinking, because now you are saying, you are
36
coming with
years. ideas.
Now I'm thinking, hey, this doctor. And you guys are both doctors now.
Yes.
Yes, you guys are both doctors
Yes.
now. I'm not mentioning any names like Rebecca. But anyway.
And it's funny that I never had a song out through all these years with her. It's actually funny. But there was young flings, you know,
Yes.
and life went on. She's doing fantastic.
She is.
And God has blessed us, you know, with a great walk in life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So now we jump straight onto Faywers 5, right?
Okay.
This group was making a lot of waves.
Yeah.
First of all, are you guys family? Like, are you guys like from the same home? Or are you guys from the same
Whom?
So like Jackson 5, hey, but you guys are copycasts.
Yeah,
Jackson 5, Faywers 5, no guys. Couldn't you guys be more original though?
I was not enjoying some of the openings, you know, when they announce you, especially when in the States.
Yeah.
They announce you and say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a family that, no, this was standard. A family that prays together and stays together. The music, the talent, the 5 is 5. That was the standard.
Sure.
But before that, then you will hear, just like the Jackson 5, they are the 5 is 5. I said, my
Let me tell
word.
you, no, actually, the story reminds me of something very funny that once happened. So Casper's manager, Casper Nyovest,
Yeah.
his manager's name is T. Lee. So he used to be a DJ. So there's another guy from Bloom whose name is LT.
Yeah.
So he's also a hip hop. So now both of them play hip hop, right? So this other time I'm MC and I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the likes of Black Coffee. Black Coffee was coming that time. We've got Black Coffee that's gonna be on stage later on. We've got the big T. Lee, also have LT. And that guy came to me like, hey, Baba, no. Can you please just call him first than me?
Yeah, no. That is, you know, that is another thing with you know, with names. And stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing that people don't understand, where the reality come from, how did Faywers 5 came to life? A lot of people don't know that my mother and my father, they got divorced. Now I'm the eldest son.
Oh, okay.
So what I did is I took the talent together and I said, well, because I wanted us to stay together.
Yes.
As a family, as a unit.
Oh, nice.
Because it devastated us. Especially the youngsters. You know, I first took my siblings to school. I enrolled them in sub R, grade 1. Because my father at that time, he was working himself to the bone, because he wanted us to have a great life.
Yeah.
And maybe he wanted to forget about this whole divorce thing, you know. So my idea was to keep the family together.
Yeah.
Now it's me, my brother Sam, Ivan, Riona, and then I got married in 1991. And my wife became the 5th member of Faywers 5.
Oh, so you got like a chick that could sing at the time?
Yes.
Wow. Look at God.
Yeah, look at God. It's amazing.
How did you make on her? Like, what did you say when you made on her? Were you like, I want you? Because I know how dramatic you can be. You know? Did you?
No,
is that what you?
no, it was this one. You know, baby.
Yes.
You know, I love you.
And the 5 is 4 in the background is.
No. I met her in a church meeting, a youth service.
Yeah.
And when she came in, I just said that this is going to be my wife.
Wow.
Because that aura that she had around her, she is just an amazing woman. And so to me, it was no second thoughts. Listen.
Yeah.
I had a few beautiful ladies.
Yes, I trust you.
Before that.
You look like you are me now.
And when I saw her,
Yeah.
She's beautiful and everything. But when I saw her, it was just that knowledge,
Yeah.
that knowing that this is the retirement. This is the retirement package.
Really?
Yeah. Then she became the 5th member of Faywers 5. What people don't understand is they used to invite us for concerts. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then they were not singing so great, man. Like 1,000 were.
Yeah.
Then people are laughing in the audience.
Really?
Yes. Then it's me on the piano and then the rest of them singing. They were laughing in the audience. So then they started to book us and get us just before the main act comes on, so that the main act can look much better.
Yeah.
So I stopped that. Then I said no. Then I took them to the Mal Hospital
Yeah.
on Sundays. That was our practice ground for a whole year. Together, they were not singing false, they were not without talent. But I think the big crowds and what, has put too much pressure on them.
Yeah.
So I took them to the Mal Hospital. And then we went for a whole year. That was our stage. That was
In front of them.
Yes, because they don't laugh.
Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you.
And then, I will never forget, then at that time, the biggest gospel artist in South Africa, or a group in South Africa, was Heart, Soul and Spirit from Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Then Heart, Soul and Spirit came and then they came and begged us and said, no man, you have to come and perform.
Wow.
But then we were ready. Then they put us just before us, it's interval, just after interval, us and then Heart, Soul and Spirit.
Wow.
When we started with our first song, there's no clapping of hands, nothing, no excitement, nothing. The people were just staring at us like this. Second song, third song, we only had 4 songs. The 4th song, then we walked off. Then there was commotion at the back. Heart, Soul and Spirit's manager with the organizer of the show said, how could you put that here? Then the whole people just started just naturally stand up and just scream. They couldn't. It was
Mal group.
It was from that time.
Wow.
Then it was day 1 for Faywers 5. And after 1 million tours, in how many countries? In front of how many presidents, kings, queens in England? In front of how many celebrities?
Wow.
And what? When Nelson Mandela came out, his first appearance was the first Freedom Day in Uppington. Just go and Google it, man. All these things.
Look at you flexing on me. Just go and Google it.
And you will see that we performed just before Nelson Mandela made his speech.
Wow.
And there was Mango Groove, Dr. Victor, all those other acts was
Big
there.
stars, yeah, at the time.
But we were requested to compose a special song for Nelson Mandela by the National Parliament. So it was a little bit on a 5 at the I mean, we did. The Consul General Annie Schubert of Sweden, we hosted him 1 million times. They've got a fantastic choir, gospel choir that they wanted to expose to South Africa.
Yeah.
We were touring with them, and we were in France touring. They were touring with us.
Wow.
So it was, the Let God Lead the Way album was actually one of the best albums of Faywers 5. Well, Dr. Victor, he was the guy that mixed and mastered the album. Now, in the Let God Lead the Way album, Let God Lead the Way is when we won the Shell Route to Fame in 1997. Yeah. And that was the biggest
platform
talent show
at the
in
time,
Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, we, just in the gospel category, because we were gospel category, There was 54,000 entries. It's bigger than Idols.
It is.
That was just the gospel category.
And what genre were you guys singing at the time?
We were singing positive music, I would say.
Oh.
I would say. My love for God will never allow me to do anything vulgar.
Oh, like, I don't see nothing wrong.
No, we don't do that. I would say nothing wrong with another love for Jesus.
Yeah.
No, nothing wrong.
I get you. Me. I'm like, with a little pump and cry, brother.
But is that pump and cayens? Pump and crying, is it pump and cayens?
So you couldn't, like, on tour, you couldn't, like, get girls, like, because you were married already.
Yeah.
Like the new generation. You know, these DJs now, you book them, they tell you, hey, you must organize girls, baba. So you couldn't, because your wife was, like, part of Faywers 5. Ah, what a boring career you had.
No, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. You know, it will be unrealistic for me to say that the challenges of being young, handsome, and talented
Sure.
is not going to attract. I will never forget it in Victoria West. We had a concert, we were on tour in the Northern Cape. Now in Victoria West, now we had a break where people can go and buy little things and so on. Now I was standing, Riona, my sister, was standing here. I was standing in the middle. My wife was standing on my left-hand side. And this girl came. Said, no, I just want to have your autograph. I said, no, son, but the management team, they will tell you when is the time
For such, yeah.
Then she came closer to me.
I want your autograph.
He said, can I ask you something? I know your sisters is not going to mind if I ask you something. And people did not know that Sony is not
Your sister.
my blood. It's my wife. Her surname is Faywers because we are married.
Yes.
Then she came close to me still. I'm talking about all over me.
Yeah, all over your passport.
Then she was saying, what's happening later?
Yeah.
I said, we can discuss that later. Now give me your number. Then I just made the CP joke. Just to get the letter go. Yes, no, all that was there.
But none was successful.
None was successful. I was a very focused man.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning. I was very focused. And the success of the group was important. When we started to sell in the range of 100,000 copies, then it became much more serious than just the ordinary thing.
Sure.
Know? Then I had to focus, and then you had to have time for writing, and make sure that you are clued up with what is happening in the industry, and what type of music is now trending. So I was so serious for that. And my father was our manager at that time.
Yeah.
And he would have wanted me to stay focused, So I did not have that pleasure.
Yeah.
Of having.
I think that's why most artists are not successful for longer than 10 years because of that. Because I think they look at the lifestyle, they look at the camera lights, they go with the flow, they go with trends. But if you're gonna continue being loyal to your brand and you are loyal to whoever you are with, I think that's the key to success. And
Absolutely.
And you've mastered it perfectly. So
Absolute. It's not easy, but it's makeable.
Yeah, definitely.
You can definitely make it. I was I was also, jealous of other guys that that had the opportunity to relax and have time on themselves for leisure, and then I was jealous on them because in the time when I did not have time on myself because I had to write all the time, to keep the band fresh. That's the reason why. We never sang any cover versions at any concert.
Really? A young R. Kelly mix.
No, nothing. Nothing.
So from the onset, you just did your own compilations.
Yeah, just own compositions. But it was such a fresh a breath of fresh air when every time you hear. I will never forget Lundi. Lundi was performing before us, and then it was us, and then it was Brenda, and then Kaya Fasimeng that closed it up. Then in the middle of Lundi's performance, people started to scream in the audience, 5 is 5, 5 is 5, 5 is 5. Now that was a breath of fresh air.
What?
That was a breath of fresh air. To know that people recognize your writing, because people only scream for you because of the song that they last heard that was trending. So to me, that was a breath of fresh air. That was great. I played to Mr. Clark a clip that somebody sent me. Said, "Do you still remember this?" And he played. Then I replied, I said, "No, refresh me." He said, "No. About 40 years ago, we were in a church and then you composed this song."
What?
I said, "Okay, right, sharp. I won't know because writing is my thing.
I've done so many things.
Writing is my thing. Writing is my thing." So 5 is 5. That was a great run.
Yeah.
Great run.
Wow. So you toured. You went to United States. You went to England.
We toured a lot of countries.
And you didn't get any girl. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Breaking It Down with myself, Ken and Star. We quickly dash into an ad break. When we come back, we're going to be chilling with the Honorable Doctor. I have a very interesting question to ask him when we come back right after the break. Sharp. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Breaking It Down with myself, Ken and Star. And I'm chilling with the Honorable Doctor, Dr. Martin Faywers, the legend, who taught the whole of England, the whole of America, the whole of Korea without a girl. Doctor, so just before we went to the ad break, we spoke about 5 is 5.
Yes.
We spoke about how big you guys were, right? Yes. Tell me real quick, when did you, at which point were you like, oh my God, now we are big?
I think it's after the Let God Lead the Way album. Because the Let God Lead the Way album was selling seriously. And the bookings, because we were on TV. Yeah. So when the bookings came in so much, then you realize, I mean, we were booked for tours. We were not booked for events.
Yeah.
Booked for tours.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So then we, my bass guitar player, Roger, he passed away. Great bassist.
Yeah.
He was a teacher. But then if we tour for 30 days, then he would take unpaid leave. Because he will make 4 times more on the tour than,
that's true.
So he was that at that time we just knew that this is it. This is it.
So you guys were making a lot of money. Like, how much, just estimate, or if you have the exact amount, you can always give it to me. Like in a month with touring, how much would you guys make?
Well, at that type of money, that years of what the currency was,
Yeah.
this was a lot. If you have 200,000 rand
Yo.
in a tour, and everybody make about 20, 30,000 rand per person for this tour, that was a lot of money in the 90s.
Yeah, true.
You know,
True.
but that is for local tours. If we go abroad, then you can come back with 40, 50,000 rand per
Per
person.
person.
Yes.
Wow.
So it was, and we were a lot of people because we had 5 people in our administrative team, Ralph Papier and his wife, and administrative juniors. So we were a lot in a team, except for the makeup artists and your roadies, if it's local.
Yeah.
So now we made good money. That's the reason why I always drove decent cars.
Yes.
I always stayed in a decent house.
Even now, I like that convertible of yours. You must borrow me sometime.
I bought it for my wife as a gift.
Oh yes, because the number
Yeah,
plate is actually her name.
Sonia
Yeah.
F, yes.
Wow. So you guys were making that much money.
We were making money. You know what was the saying in the local industry? Said, "Oh, you're booking 5 as 5. They are too expensive." That was one of the things that
They kept on saying.
that people keep on saying. Yeah, you're booking 5 as 5, but they've got money.
So talking about money, I remember there was a story of you going bankrupt.
Yes.
Let's talk about that quickly, man. You know, I'm bankrupt like now, currently.
Okay.
So it's I like I'm always like when I hear stories of people going bankrupt, I'm like, are you worse than me or are you like me currently? You know? So just tell me about that. How was it for you? At which year was this? And then what happened? What happened? Just give me the whole juice of that, man.
It was the beginning of 2000. You know what happened is, you must never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
It is a big problem. I've learned that the hard way. Because then I had a foreign investment that I made. It did well. And I withdraw money, so it was a real thing.
Yeah.
Then I took all of the money so that it can grow faster.
And become.
I had a house in Carter's Glen in Marlin Road. You know how bad is it when you have paid off a house in less than a year, so 600,000 rand. And then you are left with the 200,000 rand that you must still pay. And then that investment, it
drops.
it failed completely. Then I had no money. And in 3 months of not paying your bond, then they came to
What was this?
auction
Your house, yeah.
bro, and all my cars. There's only one car that was left. It was I bought my wife a XR3 Cabriolet, purple one at that time. It was the only car that they could not, because it was not on my name, that they could not take. So then we had, I've got a house where I'm staying now, in Homelight.
Yeah.
But that house I bought when me and my wife got married in 1991. So I call that Little Beginnings. Now that house, my sister went to stay there. So every generation, every person in my family, they are starting small. Then they can go and stay there because they don't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
Now imagine you that I had to go back to that house after losing millions, every single cent that I had. Then I had to go and work.
As a doctor.
No, at that time I did not have my PhD yet. I had a degree in music technology.
Okay.
So I went to lecture as a music technologist on Boland College, and then afterwards a private college, regular school Boland,
Yeah.
gave me a better offer and to come to Kimberley. And so I lectured here for that 2 years.
So at that time, there's no touring. It's just waking up very early and going to work. I must put on a tie.
Hey, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But it was just important for me to get immediate. Now we still had gigs.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, okay.
We still had gigs, but then it had to be available while I was not working.
My goodness.
Because family to me is number one.
Yeah.
And especially my immediate family.
Yeah.
Which is my wife and my children.
Children.
It's very important. So I had to go that route.
But how was it for you as a man? You know, because when I think as a man, when things like that happen, you feel like you failed your family.
Very
You know, how did it deal with your confidence and your mental psyche?
No, it was bad. It was really bad. Because, you know, if you were in the limelight for so many years, and then after that you are broken down to that status.
To almost nothing.
Yeah. It is bad. Royalties come in, but then, you know, if you're not frequently in the limelight, it drops.
It drops, yeah.
Because people want to see you, they want to. There was 5 years that I never wrote a song. Because my mental state was not good. If I would write a song at that time, you would find just some crap going.
It would be depressing.
Yeah, it would be very depressing. So I've put myself on a sabbatical leave for that 5 years while I was working, not to write anything. And then after that, then I realized I am depriving people of knowledge.
Yeah.
Depriving people of being happy. And then I started to. No, then 1 year, I just had 1 year. I left to work, and 1 year I've asked my wife, give me this one year just to come to myself. And then she worked for that 1 year. To go to work is a stressful situation. When you to go to work, it is not part of my agenda. I am the business.
You are the job.
I am the work.
Yeah.
And it was most definitely very depressing to the other members of Faywers 5.
Yeah.
You know, they could not find, you know, what is happening because it was their livelihood.
So wait, the money that disappeared, was it, well, not disappeared, the money that you messed up,
That I lost.
that you lost, yeah. Was it their money as well?
No, it was
Or it was just, so everyone had their money, everyone got their share whenever they had to?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
No, it was my personal money.
So they had to, so when you were in your depression state, they couldn't rescue you from your...
I was, one of the worst things that I did is that I've blocked, I've put myself in a corner where I've blocked myself from any person. Even if somebody would wanted to bless me, I would not want to receive that blessing because I'm a poor receiver.
Instead, you just cut your head to bless.
I'm a great giver.
You are? Really?
I'm a great giver. I've given away a lot of cars.
Where was I that time when you were giving?
I don't know, mate.
Yes. But in case you just want to give away that convertible of yours, you must just call it.
It's not mine. I'm a great giver. I'm a poor receiver.
Yeah.
I'm a very poor receiver. I can't, even if somebody bless me, you know, a good friend of mine, Mr. Clinton Clark, if he want to give me something, I'm poor to receive that. He will tell you that. Even if we go and have a meal or something, I would rather want to pay for that meal. If he says, okay, let me give half of that, I say, hey. Because I'm a poor receiver. I am really a very poor receiver. Now I'm working hard on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm depriving people of their blessing.
You're depriving God from doing his job.
Yes. Yes. No, seriously, indeed. In any fact, what you are saying, that is more important than anything that I would add to that. Depriving or saying to God, no, I don't want your blessing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you must remember also the Bible says the hand that gives is the hand that receiveth.
Yes.
You understand? So if you've given so much, if it's time for you, if God decided it's time for you to receive, and now you're shutting people away, you are disrespecting God.
Yes. No, I realize that. And I fall in my mistake in that.
You know, if there's anything, as a matter of fact, I want you to lift your glass real quick. If there's anything I respect about you is how you conduct your family. What I respect about you is how your kids, I asked one of your kids, and this is supposed to be a secret, but I'm going to share. I asked one of your kids, who do you love more, your mom or your dad? And she said, I love my dad. You know, it's not any parent that get that kind of flowers, you know. So I just want to say, there's your flowers, doctor, before anything else. There's your flowers. While you're still alive, I'm giving you your flowers, and I hope God blesses you in a lot of things that you decide to do. May you get all the money that you lost. May your family get to drive bigger cars so that you give me the convertible. So we still continue. I'm not done with you. There's so many things I want to know about you. So there's an incident that happened, right? And not even the intervention of the then Premier Maniti Picho could even help you. What happened? I'm sure you're shocked I'm asking you all these things because you thought I don't know you that deep, ne? Me, I know a lot.
1998, we had a serious tour to the United States.
Yeah.
And what happened is that the Consulate General of the United States of America are calling. Say, well, we know that. No, before I say that, I always had a 10-year visa to the United States.
Yeah.
Not less than 10 years.
Yeah.
Because of the frequency
Yeah.
of my visits to the States. Now, then the Consulate General said, look, we've seen that there's a schedule that Faywers is going to perform in the United States. Where's the green cards? We were shocked. Said, why is he asking for green cards? Then I called the man at the picture. I said, Premier, you have to deal with this issue. And so he said, no, I'm on it. Then he called. Now we are standing, at that time it was Johannesburg International. I'm standing there with 12 people. At that time, the movie Enemy of the State of Gospel just came out.
Oh, okay.
So we went to just first watch the movie and then we came. Then man in the picture called. He said, listen, I just spoke to the Consulate General. What he's saying is actually right. So what is he saying? Because this was the first time that we are going to the States. And they know our activities. And their intelligence picks up everything was. So why now? And I've already invested in that tour about 150,000 rand
At that time.
tickets. Air tickets. Because you must fly from this state to that state. Because we are having performances in this state, that state, that state. And what is this blues guitarist's name again? um, Oakland Elephant.
Yeah.
I will get to his name now. He's got a branch, they call it the branch on Sundays. So then you get all the famous gospel artists going to perform there. For us to go and perform there, it would have been a miracle. Because he don't invite any person.
Yeah.
And our tour manager is Kristen Chase, our agent. She's from America. She's an American woman. She organized that we could go BREAKIN. And she organized that we are having, we are performing at the branch with BREAKIN.
Yeah.
Then he comes on stage and then we perform with him one song.
Wow.
That would have been a great week. Everybody was excited about this. We struggled and it was phone calls. I never have used so much airtime in that day, to try to resolve this issue. Then I said, okay, can't we just go to the States? And then we can speak face to face with the Consul General.
Yeah.
Because I know if we are there, no, then we can make plans.
Yeah.
No, they said you are not boarding. You are not boarding at all. Yo. Now you should have seen the disappointment on the faces of all the members of the group, the band, the singers, the dancers, the management staff. That one. Then Manager Picho called me and said, I've tried everything. I've tried everything. I even said that we can, under emergency things and what. Can't I speak to your senator? No, that one.
And the trip failed.
The trip failed.
And you didn't get your money back?
No, the tickets were still active.
Yeah.
So then we just had to arrange another date.
Yeah.
Then we went, but then we lost a few of the domestic flights in the States because to them it is you bought now and you or not.
Yeah.
But internationally, we could save that.
Wow, so you would just pick up your phone and call a whole Manager Picho?
Yes, I was Manager Picho was my father's friend. So what happened is when he became premier, then he came to the house in Jamdeen at my father's place.
Yeah.
Then he said, "How can I help you? Because I get to eat you brood eat." Because my father was the supervisor at the WS Consolidated Mines. Then my father called me and said, "No, you can't help me." Because no, help this young man. So I had frequent
communication
with Manef. I had his personal number. I could call him anytime. Could ask his advice. He was very afraid of flying. So every time when he flies, then he said, "Hey, Pastor, but for me."
Tell me quickly, Doctor, we've got, this is a current problem. Like, if you're an artist, you need to use drugs. Have you ever had a problem with one of your band members that had a drug problem or something?
No, luckily not. But
And if it's you, you must also say.
Yeah, no, luckily not.
Oh, okay.
But the lighting is a stone.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe ourselves became so solvable slang or what. I don't know that. But all that I know is that if you are in my rehearsal room and you are on my stage, you don't smell.
Yeah.
And you don't look. I don't want, otherwise I fire you immediately. People knew me as a very disciplined artist. So I don't play with my craft.
Absolutely.
It's my livelihood. Not something that I'm thinking. It's something that I'm doing. So, but afterwards, after the gig, I always always saw them, they just disappearing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. But it was never in front of your eyes, fortunately.
Yes, yes.
You can't really
And
get into it.
Roger and Jeremy Diamonds, Marky, the guys that was my band members, they had a great respect for me, and one thing that I can vouch for them is that they always try to withhold the dignity and standard of the band's name much more, but then they disappear afterwards.
Yeah. After doing a good job.
After doing
And that's all that matters.
yeah.
Yeah. So now we live in difficult times that we can't shy away from. We live in difficult times. We live in times where the arts are so difficult.
Yes.
How's that affected you?
In a big time, obviously. COVID-19 was obviously one of the worst things that could ever happen to us. Because then the arts completely stagnated. It came to a full stop.
Yeah.
Because we need people to entertain. And at that time, the criteria was that you can only put so many people in one place, you know, with a distance. But with level 5, no people, you know that.
No traveling also.
Yeah, traveling, you can't travel. I was, God saved me from a lot of things. I was on my way to Botswana. I know to Lesotho.
Yeah.
Because the cars in Lesotho are cheap. So I said to my wife, babes, let me go and get us 2 cars in Lesotho. Then we can brand them for the business.
Yeah.
And so, MA Records and make it nice. Because I wanted to be visible even if we drive. Advertisement on its best.
Yeah.
When we went to Lesotho, then I couldn't understand why they are taking our temperature and stuff when we went through the border.
Yeah.
Then I went, I saw the cars, I loved it. Then I said, okay, right, I want these 2. Then he said, no, registration, because you are from South Africa, registration will take at least 3 days. Then I said to my wife, hey, babes, let's go back to Bloem and Bloem
Until they're done with
until the 3
registration.
days. Yeah. Then we went. That night they announced
Yeah.
the borders are closed. And I had 200,000 rand.
Yo.
Now I've got stuff. Then I said to myself, yo, if the borders are closed and there's a pandemic, that is here now. So I said, that's right. But that 200,000, it was just for the car, so I had a little bit of other money. Then for 2 years, then I realized why God allowed not that cars to be bought. Yeah. Then I could pay my staff. I could bless somebody, say me something. Because at that time, the arts were in trouble. The arts were in trouble. So I could survive.
Is it safe to say Faywers is dead?
No, Faywers is not dead. The spirit of Faywers will always live. The songs will still echo in people's minds and people's hearts. There are people that call me all over to say, I still have got this cassette.
Imagine. And I can't play it.
There was a request that we should put it on
CD
or something.
Oh no!
So that people can get people that has lost their stuff.
Personally, I also vote for that because I was very young. Like when you're traveling to England and stuff, I wasn't thinking of anything. Yeah, I'm not disclosing my years, but I'm saying I was not thinking of anything at the time. But I would have loved, because I listen to a lot of old music, because that's where I draw my inspiration from. You know?
Yeah.
And I think it would really be nice for me to just have that. You know, so I think about it. I think
I was thinking, I was speaking to Dr. Victor also the other day, because he was asking me, but you still have got, because he mixed and mastered 2 albums of us. Everybody's got and Let God Lead the Way. He still have got material, because, you know, I would love to, you know, just when I'm sitting down now and then, just to listen what we did those years.
yeah.
So I still have got some material. So I think the best thing for us to do is to put it down.
Oh, you know what you can do? And this is free advice. You don't have to pay me for this one. What you can do also, right? You can take like favorite songs and do like a compilation. Say 5 is 5 best.
Yeah, the best.
Yes. And then you put it on iTunes. You put it on Spotify. You put it on all these Tubity, right? And then people can just download for themselves their favorite songs.
Yeah.
That's dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
What do you think?
that
And
would
also,
be
you'll be
great.
making a little bit of money and you can bless me.
I was let me throw this one in for free.
Yeah.
You know, one of my worst moments in my life was when I came from visiting my in-laws in Worcester. Then in Beaufort West,
Yeah.
they pulled me over and they said, no, I was speeding and what, and I was contesting that.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, here's a court date. I said, no, I would rather go to court. When we came there, now 4 months after that, then we drove, me and my daughter Joy, and we drove down to Beaufort West to go for the
court
court
appearance
case.
now, yeah.
And my wife was calling to say, hey, this man is late. So, and she was calling the Attorney General. This man is late. So please, just put him, you know, just make sure that he's still going to appear because he's coming from Kimberley. When I came there, I was not even on the roll.
What happened? Did you play a young Jojo?
No, it is their nonsense. I was swearing at them. Now, I'm a Muruti,
Yeah.
but I was so angry. I was swearing at them. I was swearing at them. They were standing still, swearing at them.
Because now you have to drive all the way. A whole Muruti.
Who's going to pay for the money for the petrol that I spent it here? At that time, I was driving the Murano.
Yeah.
So it's 1,000 rand petrol. Up,
Just to go
1,000 rand
down.
petrol.
Yeah.
Now, who's going to pay that money? And when I was done raving in outrage, then this young man, then this young man was saying, now it's a white woman that is the senior prosecutor,
yeah.
and he's the
Junior.
junior prosecutor. Now this young man was saying, still remember I told you about that group 5 is 5 that my mother so loved and that she's got all the albums of them. Said yes. Said now this is still remember I told you about Pastor Martin Faywers.
Yeah.
This is Pastor Martin Faywers.
Ah! Die vloekpastoor.
I was like an earth open. I want to get in now.
Did this just happen to me?
But I was angry because they make me spend money, give me a date, and my wife called them. You say, listen, I'm speaking Martin Faywers. Yes, okay, no, we know about the case, right, sharp. Okay, so he's a little bit late.
Yeah.
He will come. He's on his way as we speak. They could have called back and said, hey, this man is not on the road.
It's not necessary.
They make me drive there the whole way, Papa. And I'm human.
But you know what I think? As human as you are, I think also, which year was this first, before I say this?
No, it was now about 2016.
2016. Sharp. Let me just show you how God works. Remember now, you are angry, you are in the state. And a young man just come up to you to say, in Beaufort West, imagine.
Yeah.
It shows you that the power that you had in sharing the gospel will never ever fade away.
Yeah.
It shows you that you should always, no matter where you are, always be.
Yeah.
I call it being in character. Because we're not perfect. Remember,
That is the worst thing. Man.
yeah, it is. It is the worst thing. I would have probably done worse, because everyone knows I'm ghetto like that.
You're a gangster.
Yeah, but I think with you, it shows you that no matter the situation, always
You have
stay
to
in
be.
character. I mean, a whole child at the time had to say to you,
Yeah.
and that I can't imagine. It could have been a terrible feeling for you.
No, it wasn't. It just gave me another sense
Yeah,
of that we should never forget the power that we have as entertainers.
and the assignment that you were given.
Yeah, and the assignment that we've got. So if your assignment is set up out for yourself, you need to follow that.
Absolutely.
Right through.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, I must say, I'm inspired. I love how disciplined you were throughout your journey. I love how consistent also you were through your journey. I love how you are just showing to me that you don't need to be an artist and go crazy. Because nowadays artists just go crazy. We want to be felt.
Yeah.
And I don't sense any arrogancy that took place at the time. I don't sense any bitter coffee going on there. You know what I mean? Because as artists now, when we get to a spot, we want to be felt. We want to be, I want this, and I don't sense anything with the journey that you embarked on, And before I close off, because we're done now, I think you've given me a lot of insight.
Okay.
We're done. Why didn't you tell me that you got, why did you get arrested in your life?
Well, with my courtship with my wife, man, sometimes we think that that discrimination and only comes from certain area groups, but even within our own environments and stuff.
Yeah.
When I courted my wife, I am a dark-skinned
Yeah.
Berekwa male.
Yeah. You look like a Sipo.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name could be Sipo and it would be okay.
Yeah. Now with my wife's family, they are those that and my wife's father he's got a great business. He's in the taxi industry.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about big time.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Small
two
time.
little taxis
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
So they've got money. So when I caught my wife, I was still studying because she was in matric and I was my second year on university. Then I checked, say, Deacon, I have to.
Yeah, kanome loss.
Yeah, I can't be lost.
It's my dandy.
So when it escalated, then when she went to university, her first year, second year, third year, then her father caught the inside that we are dating.
Yeah.
He said, "Can you date me and I family?"
Yeah. Yeah, a young Sipo.
I said, "No, but I'm not Thabo. My name is Martin."
Yeah, Morton. Are you Martin or Morton?
So it was difficult. Then what happened? Then, when she was in the third year, then I just finished my degree, and then the pastor came to us and said, hey, you have to go and tell him that you are dating. Because now it escalates, because now they are calling me to say, hey, but this man, they are dating and now you don't know. So go as a man.
Yeah.
Now to me, that is honorable. Then I went there and knocked at the door. My mother-in-law opened the door. Then I said, can I speak to Harry? Then she calls, Harry, Martin, will you sing? Then he said, ek is nou hier so, ek gaan net goed kamer toe. Then she said, Here, jy beter hardloop, daai man. Because then she heard he's busy with the safe. Hardloop. No, I was standing at you, I was even back. Then Sony came and she grabbed me, and then we ran. I must run for what? Now there is an open field just after the street.
Yeah.
Then we went on the open field, then I just heard, left plug, papa. Left plug, little plug. Then when he reloaded, then we went up and then we ran.
Yeah.
Then we ran to the pastor. He said, hey, man,
No skitty man me.
Then he said, hey, you can't use that man. Who can people look? You have to come. Then we went on the bus and then we came together.
Yeah.
Then we came home. Then we came from a tour, Cape to Cairo.
Yeah.
Because we had that tour from Cape Town to Cairo. When we came back that Sunday, I went to buy the newspaper for my father. Headline news, front page news. Because, when we came back, then we got married.
Oh.
When we came back from Houston.
Yeah.
Then my father said, no. I'm not going to allow you to be in my house. You are not married. I said, but we're not sleeping together. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when I sleep, I don't know what is happening.
Exactly.
Get married. I said, okay, that's sharp. So I said, yes, money. And now arrange it. So we got married. My professor married us.
Yeah.
Then front page news, the marriage was not marriage at all. With photos of us. Now, remember this, at that time, Faywers 5 was big. Wow. It was just that first kick. Oh, here we are. Nobody can deny anymore. You say that this is Faywers 5, Papa. They are here to stay. Extra report. This was big.
Yeah, at the time.
It is a national newspaper.
It's big.
Sure, now I get calls from Benjamin Dube. Calls from Umzwake. Hey, man, what is happening, young? Should we book you for next week, young? What is going on? 6 o'clock that afternoon, knock at the door. 2 white men with a husky, husky condition.
Yeah.
Is Martin Faywers here? Now, I was in the bathroom. I say, yeah, because he saw us, no, 2 policemen. He said, no, we arrest you. Then my father-in-law made a case against me for abduction and kidnapping. So they cuffed me. I'm talking about serious cuffs. I'm talking about feet and hands. Then she came out and she said, if you take him, you take me. Then she forced herself.
And how old were you guys that time?
I was 23, she was 20. Then, but remember that at that time, you were supposed to be 21 to get married.
Oh. Yes. But you were killing the game. How can you get married when you're 23? You're not a player.
No, I'm not kidding. I just knew it was important.
Yeah. So you went to prison.
Then my first night of prison was here in Khalishu, here in Transvaal.
Yeah.
Kerala.
Yeah. Tra-la-la, yeah.
Then they drove to me all the way to PE. Then I was my second day in prison in PE. My third day in East London. I know in Worcester. And it was a high court
Yeah.
case. I won the case because my mother-in-law, she said, no, you guys can get married, man, because this thing is going to get worse.
Yeah.
If you guys love each other, so get married. So her testimony confirmed that it was not
It was consensual.
it was not an unlawful
Yeah.
wedding, you know. But years I was in jail for love.
For love. Yeah.
As a minute lost it, someone on.
Yeah.
He a coco roted me, he's a big.
They're joke.
Yeah, there's come spill some of the plague is on.
But how's your relationship now with your in-laws?
No, just after my first child, Melody, she's the choreographer of the family.
Yeah.
After Melody, no man, yeah. Then they became crazy. Like now, you know, if you would say something bad about me in front of my father,
Yeah.
he will most probably not miss. Stunya, Papa, Stunya.
He's trigger happy.
He's trigger happy that one. No, he will not miss. And all my children, they are Opa children.
Yeah.
Opa, they all Opa love them and whatnot. My grandmother died a couple of years ago. She was a great, phenomenal woman, exceptional,
Yeah.
phenomenal woman. She was a radio presenter.
Wow.
Exceptional woman. But she was the one that gave the signature to say, you guys can get married. And 36 years after that,
Wow.
here we are still.
Wow.
Were you born 36 years ago?
No, yes, I was. No, 36 years ago, yes. 36 years ago, yeah. That I was
Then
different.
you were 2 years old.
I don't like jump. I want to close this thing, but I've got so many questions for you. So this is the final question, and then I leave you.
Okay.
Right? Are you a medical doctor?
No.
What doctor are you? Because I heard there was a story of you taking your child to the hospital, and they said, "Hey, this is Dr. Martin's child." And it's like, "Oh, doctor, let's help your child quickly."
Yeah.
Why are you scamming people? What's your problem? What kind of a doctor are you?
No, I'm a psychologist. My PhD is in theology, but my major is in psychology.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people don't understand a few things that, you know, if you have studied and dealt with your issues correct, it is not necessary for you to do anything else.
Yeah.
Because it will automatically come to you. You know, there's a lot of people, the reason why psychology was my major is because, you know, there's a lot of people that need a mental and a psychic change in their lives. So to me, I always pray to God and say, let me never lose my sight.
Yeah.
Because if you lose it here, now you've lost it all. You've lost it all. My father always said this thing. He said, you know, if you lose money, you've lost nothing.
Yeah.
If you lose your health, you've lost something. But if you lose your identity, your character, you've lost everything. So that's the reason why, to me, that psyche is very, very important. Now, people that know in what my major is, they will always, if they come and say, oh, you've profiled me now, ne? But no. When I'm off, I'm off.
Yeah.
When I'm off, I'm off. So I don't worry about that. To me, my major focus is on, this year I've been working very, very hard. I've got 3 albums coming out.
Wow.
I've got the 2023 in Afrikaans. Then I've got my collab album, which I'm doing a collab with Dr. Victor, collab with John Nay, collab with Jackson Cassidy, collab with Basematic, collab with Fredericks and Aloe April.
Yeah.
And then Stevie C. There is the 6 collabs that I've got. That's my collab album. Then I've got my English album that is coming out.
You've got an Afrikaans album, like
Afrikaans.
Like your first song to your last song is Afrikaans.
Like in Afrikaans.
You must can you collab in that? I would love to see what my problem is.
You must go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Martin Faywers and 2022 in Afrikaans.
Yeah.
That is what it's called, 2022 in Afrikaans. Then you will hear last year's work. I think you will love Praise Him.
Yeah.
And then Besonderes, you will love that because it's very funky songs. It's not quirkies.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's writings. And I think you will like also.
Are you saying people who do quirkies don't write?
That people wrote that quirky already 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years
Oh,
ago.
so they just come up with a young remix.
No, they can't just change the music a little bit and think that they wrote.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about their signature on it.
Yeah.
You know. And then by Jesus is ook veilig. I think you will love that. By Jesus is ook veilig.
You know what? I know I've got access to you. I can always just get my USB and put it in your laptop and you give me the songs. For people who are excited to hear that, just quickly look into that camera, tell them about your projects, tell them about what's coming. In case people think that you are no more, just tell them quickly in that camera about your work, the work that you are doing. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, I mean, people that are on YouTube, they will understand and they will know. I mean, you know, you've seen it most on YouTube. And you've seen that the collab with Reverend Des Fransman that I've got out. So, you know, just go on YouTube, Dr. Martin Faywers, and you'll get me there. Deal with your issues.
Simple. You've got a young me in you. In Afrikaans, they say, "Gaan te keer." Yeah. I can see you used to go te keer in your... The great doctor. Thank you so much for coming through. Like I said, I'm going to repeat again. I said, God bless you in your journey. God bless you in everything that you decide to embark on. God bless you in you managing your kids, because I see your kids are also superstars in the making. You know, I'm not going to mention any names, but I see your kids are becoming superstars also. Let your giving bring you a lot of blessings.
Thank you, sir.
Your marriage, let it continue to be so as beautiful as I've witnessed. Let it be as at least now no one is going to shoot you, and I hope you're not going to shoot anyone. You're also not going to shoot anyone, and you can't be a pastor with a gun. Don't be that guy.
No.
Do you have a gun? Are you a pastor with a gun?
Yes, but you need to understand this. You need to understand this. I want to follow the legacy of my father-in-law.
Yeah.
To make sure that you know, if you can't stand that heat, you will never be a good son-in-law.
Yeah.
So exercise your speed.
Before I get shot, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Dr. Martin Faywers from Faywers 5. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for tuning in. I go by the name of K9 Star, the #1 club controller. Man, it was an exciting episode. Doctor, let's be out. Let's go have our drinks outside.
Yes.
I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'm K9 Star. Sharp.